The purpose of this video is to analyze two emblematic superheroes and the physical phenomena that surround their actions. The video we're going to analyze is the following.
Vídeo.
Our hypothesis is that even though superheroes need supernatural powers to achieve some of their actions, not all of them are impossible, some of them can be achieved. So the purpose of this video is to analyze the result of the superheroes to obtain the data and see if they're possible or not. Using this video, we were able to obtain 5 research questions, which consist on To solve this question, we used potential energy and kinetic energy. The formulas that we used were the following. Then we obtained the data, that is, the mass of Thor, which is 93 kilograms, and the velocity, which is 4.97 meters per second. Then we substitute on the formula to obtain the distance, and the maximum height that Thor jumped was 1.40 meters. To answer this question, the topic we used was kinematics, and we used the following formula. The factors that were involved were initial and final position, time, and acceleration. The data was initial velocity 0, initial position 0, final position 7 meters, and time 4.71 seconds. Then we substitute on the formula, and accelerations equals to 0.631 meters per second square. The topic that we used to answer this question was force, and we used the following formulas. First, to obtain the acceleration so that we could obtain force next. The data used was the mass of Thor's hammer, that is 460 power to 10 kilograms. The distance, 5.75 meters. The time, 4.3 seconds, and the velocity, 1.25 meters per second. First, we used the first formula to obtain acceleration, and it equals 0.29 meters per second square. Then with that, we obtained force, and it equals to 1.334 trillion newtons. To answer this question, we used two formulas, one to obtain velocity and the second to obtain distance. We used acceleration, which was 0.29 meters per second square, and then time, 2.3 seconds. With the first formula, we obtained velocity, which was 0.667 meters per second, and then distance, which was 1.534 meters. To answer this question, we used kinematic equations used in freefall. The formula we used to solve the problem was the following. To answer this problem, the factors that were involved were initial position, final position, gravity, and time, where final position was minus 12, initial position equals 0, time 2 seconds, and gravity minus 9.81. Then we substitute in the formula, and the obtained result was initial velocity equals 3.81 meters per second. To begin with our analysis, one of our trigger questions is, could a human being achieve Thor's height when he jumps to hit Captain America? According to this chart, diamond is the hardest material, and it consists of 10 moles. So if we compare it to the force that Thor's hammer impact created, the diamond would obviously break into a million of pieces. In order to obtain the answer to our hypothesis, the physical elements that we used was kinematics, kinetic and potential energy, force, and projectile motion. With this, we answered the question and we were able to obtain the data. So plenty of the superhero sections may be fictional, but not all of them. Some of them could actually be achieved by us human beings.